Hey guys, have you missed me? It's been a little while. Like 2 days, three days. That's crazy. You guys must be like crying in your pillows. Um, so yeah, I thought I'd come on and say hi. Got a bit of a headache. And like I told you a little bit about how like I've got these I know it sounds insane. I know. A lot of things do these days. But there's like these energies, right? Like everything is energy. And I have a ton of energy in my body that I didn't realize. And they're energy bodies. They're not just like energy. They're like distinct energy bodies. Like I don't really know how else to describe them. And I've been getting rid of them and feeling so much lighter and freer, and like there's so much more space in the places that I got rid of them. But right now, I kind of got rid of them in kind of in my legs and my hips, that area. Like I'm sure there's still stuff there, but for the most part, I'm good. I'm sort of moving up to this area, but everything's in, like I've got a lot of these things in my head right now. I know that sounds insane. I know. It sounds crazy. But and it's giving me, I have like this, I've had this headache for the past couple of days where I'm just spending a lot of time like just trying to, because what happens is these are all, it makes sense. If you recall, I've spent a lot of time in the past several months breaking up the tension in my body, in my back, my neck, my scalp. Like the hardest thing has been my forehead. My forehead is very expressive and it holds a lot of tension. So, the thing is, when you break up this tension, right, it gets released. And what is tension? It's stored energy. So, oh God. So all these things that are writhing around in my aura, like I don't know what you call it. It's like it's definitely my spiritual system. I don't know. It's out here, but it's also inside. So there's things that are like kind of just crawling around. I know this is weird. I'm gonna try and make it so it. No, okay. Things have been sort of writhing, kind of around, and the thing is, the way they come out is when they sort of find a place where I am able to relax the muscles, then they shoot out. But then sometimes, like, okay, I'm letting it come out, and then like I'll take a breath, or I'll think of, I don't know, something will happen, or it's just it's secured on that end, so it just all like changes direction and it comes all the way back inside, and I'm like, oh, and it hurt, like it's like I can feel it, and I know it sounds insane. Like I would seriously think I was crazy if I weren't actually 100% physically experiencing this. So there's that. The other things that there's something else I wanted to tell you. I don't know, just my head. Oh, okay, yeah. So fixation. Oh, so wait, so the title of this, right? Drilling holes in my, like, I know why they did that back in the day, where they're like, oh, I have a headache, I have to drill a hole in my head to get it out. It's because these freaking energies. They're like, whoa, they know what they know. They knew what the energies were, and they're like, and they need to come out of my head. But a better way to do it is just to kind of relax, relax and release. I hate it when I interrupt myself and then I forget. Anyway, fixation. So I have become fixated on a certain thing. We don't need to talk about what it is, but I have a tendency to do that, right? To become fixated on something, and I prefer the word fixated rather than obsessed. No, it really is a fixation. It's not like, yeah, there's a slight difference, but my mind just keeps coming back to it, and it's very anxiety inducing for me. but it's a good thing because that means I'm learning, I am teaching myself not to be fixated. But unfortunately, in order to teach yourself not to be fixated, you have to become fixated. So I am currently very fixated on something that's causes me some anxiety, but it's a really good opportunity to relax and release and learn how to deal with the anxiety that it brings up, because it's a lot of anxiety. No, it's not. It's plenty of fun. So, yeah. Oh, I gained some weight too. I'm not very happy about that. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So yeah, I'm doing the fixated thing, and fixated is like, you know, like your attention just is on this thing. I kind of feel like a dog with a ball, like a sort of off-balance dog that's just staring at the ball. You could be shouting at it. You could be like, you know, hey, Rover, over here, or whatever, or whatever. You have to throw the ball though, because the thing is just staring at the ball, like, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. Kind of how I feel about it, only not like it's a ball. It's something stressful. But so we can spend some time discussing some fixation stuff, right? Like, I'll do a little research on what it actually is, because my brain's just keeps going there. Oh my God, my head. And what I'm doing currently to work with it is, there are a couple of thoughts that I slip in there, slide it under, to sort of replace the fixation. But the thing is, sorry, you just it just happens. You don't really realize it, and then like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm thinking about that again. But it's good. It's good. I'm learning how not to be fixated, so that I can then in turn tell you how I did it, and then you can learn not to be fixated when you fixate on things. How's that sound? Yeah, so I've got a couple of thoughts. One of them is really funny. I don't know, okay, if you're not in Massachusetts, you won't know this, but there's a water park here called Water Country. And they have, you know, those like local jingles that just get into your head. We have a couple here. One's for Wachusett Mountain. It goes, what you said? And then it keeps going. And I'm not going to sing it because we all know my voice is not the thing. But there's the Water Country one goes, water country, water country, water country, have some fun. Like, my roommate was like, I've got it. I'm like, what? She's like, you have to say to yourself, I'm so awesome, I'm so awesome, I'm so awesome, so awesome. So that's sort of like, I've been singing that around the house. And yeah, it makes me laugh. You know what I mean? It does take my mind off things, and it makes me laugh. But yeah, they're generally, you pick a couple of thoughts that make you happy, or like one. I mean, that's like that's the easiest one. Yeah, and then you slip those thoughts in there rather than this fixated thought. And something else I've been sort of I gotta go in a second, but something else that I was sort of pondering the other day. I should have taken out the camera, the phone at the time. But I was pondering like how, like the idea of being a good person, right? Good person, and how like intrinsic that is to who I am, in the sense of it's very important to me. It is very, very important to me to be a good person. And you know, to a degree, it's clearly part of just who I am as a person. Or see, this is the thing. Like, I get a little confused with, like, look at my set. That's great. I get a little, we only have a minute. This is something that's going to take more than a minute to talk about. I'm going to write it down, and I'll come back to you guys afterwards. All right. I'm grateful for you guys. I'm grateful for this headache. I am. Not, but I am. Because I'm learning more and more about tension and releasing the tension. And when it's all gone, it's going to be great. There's a bunch that's got released from over here, but over here it's not, and up here it's not. But it feels really weird, guys. It feels really weird. All right, I'm gonna go and because that's something I have to do, and I'm so awesome. I'm so awesome. I'm so awesome. So awesome. So I am going to go to this thing, and I'm gonna say to you, I'm grateful for stuff that hurts. So both the fixated thing and the headache thing, because it gives me the opportunity to learn to deal with those and cope with those in a healthier way. So you guys are so awesome. And I remind you that you can always choose to have a grateful, it's nighttime. So I'm going to, well, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Have a grateful night.